Hi everyone, it's Online Slayer again, and again we shall carry on with the algebra. Last week we tried looking at linear inequalities and linear equations of a straight line, and I'm happy to say that we were able to conclude that. So now we shall try to look at quadratic equations, quadratic inequality problems, and simultaneous equations for quadratics as well. So join me and let's see. So quadratic equations. By now you know how to factorize a quadratic expression because we did that 2 weeks ago. For instance, if you've got x squared minus 3x minus 4 and you're told to factorize this one so as to get the roots, all you need to do is look for what two numbers can be multiplied to get minus 4, and when you add them you get minus 3, and I cannot think of any other number other than minus 4 and plus 1. Alright, so we just write minus 4x plus x. That's the same thing as minus 3x minus 4. And in trying to factorize, x comes out of these two, so you have x left and you've got minus 4 left, and 1 comes out because that's the only common factor, so you get plus 1 out and you have x minus 4. And like I said, this looks like a problem where you've got xa plus 1a, and so a is common to them, so a goes out, left with x plus 1. In this case, our a is x minus 4, so x minus 4 goes out, you're left with x plus 1 equals to 0. So either x minus 4 equals to 0 or x plus 1 equals to 0. Therefore, either x equals to plus 4 or x equals to minus 1. Now this is what we call the solution, but we have been able to factorize it, and after factorizing it, the result of that is referred to as the solution to this equation. It is also called the root of the equation, of the quadratic equation y equals to x squared minus 3x minus 4. So these two numbers are called the real root solution to this quadratic problem. And what does a root mean? Well, as you can see, the root is the point where y equals to 0. And the line y equals to 0 is actually what we call our x-axis. Our x-axis is the point where x equals to, where y equals to 0. And wherever your curve touches that point is called the root of the quadratic equation. Now, we know that, therefore, if we are to plot this graph, it must pass through minus 1 and plus 4. How is the graph going to look like? Is it going to go like a U shape, or is it going to be like an N shape? Well, all you need to look at is the coefficients of x squared. Y equals to x squared minus 3x minus 4. Is this having a positive coefficient or negative? If it's a positive coefficient, then it's going to be a U shape. If it's a negative coefficient, it's going to be an N shape. And I think you need to write that down. If the coefficient of x squared is positive, then it's going to be U shape, and if the coefficient is negative, it will be an N shape. And the reason for that is because y equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, when x is infinity, the only thing that matters will be ax squared. That will be the only thing that matters, irrespective of whether it's a positive or negative. Now at infinity, ax squared